Hey guys, welcome back to LatiNation. I'm your host, Humberto Guida. Now up next, we get the story behind Montaya.com, an international database of transformational events, festivals, retreats, and most importantly, sustainable volunteer projects all over the world, especially in Latin America. The project was started by Kaela Atleework, a former international model and West Coast native who has spent several years on humanitarian missions in Latin America, only to realize that there was a void of trip advisors, travel agents, and other resources for the increasing number of people who would like to give back to the communities that they travel to when abroad. Well, she came up with a solution. Check this out. It's a story you'll only find here on LatiNation.
My name is Kaela, and I have un cuerpo de Estados Unidos y un corazón de Latinoamérica. I grew up in the Eastern Sierra Mountains, the Sierra Nevada, just a bit south of Yosemite. And my whole life I had exposure to Latino culture because my family worked with bringing people up from San Salvador and Guatemala and helping them get citizenship. And so my whole family has a really strong tie to the Latino culture, and I definitely inherited that. When I was 18 years old, I got scouted by a talent scout for modeling and acting in Los Angeles. And they asked me if I wanted to come down here and have a career. And I said, excuse me, you want me to change in my hiking shoes for high heels? That's not gonna happen. And then I realized how much university costs in the United States. So I came down here and I modeled and paid my way through university for 2 years. And 2 years in, I was starting to get more and more successful in my career. I was walking for Chanel. I was in a show, and the last thing I ever did was a show in the Oscars. And I had this feeling that if I kept going in this direction, it was all I would ever do. And I had a dream that I needed to go to Peru. 2 weeks later, I left my pop star boyfriend. I quit school. I left my agency. I bought a plane ticket, and I flew to Peru. And I was supposed to go for 3 months, and I stayed for 18 months. My relationship with Latin America has a lot to do with the earth and the geography and what it feels like there, really the land and the energy and the spirit of the land. And I started to realize that there's this way of travel that people go and they say, oh, I'm going, yo voy a Cuba, or yo voy a Puerto Rico, yo voy a tal, I'm going to these places. But then they stay in this isolated resort setting, sipping their poolside martini and not really developing a relationship with the land and with the spirit and the music and the culture. And for me, I think the spirituality is one of the biggest aspects of any culture that you're going to. And then if you're really going to honor a place and its people, you need to be traveling in a way that's sustainable. So for the past 2 years, I've been working with an incredible team on a project called Montaya. And Montaya believes that through spirituality, sustainability, and service, together we can make this vision of global connectivity a reality. So our goal is to promote better cross-cultural relations, cross-border relations, and also really instill the desire and the knowledge in people that when you travel somewhere, you don't have to go with a predestined, booked resort tour, but you really can have an authentic experience of a place through connecting with the people, through connecting with their spiritual practices, and through connecting to projects that are helping to heal the land. So this creates a much more authentic travel experience. It's a way of finding a way to travel with purpose.